And welcome back to House Edge. We're talking NFL Week 6. How you doing, Bert?
Doing good, doing good. Hopefully get some wins this week.
Yeah. We did pretty decent this week. At least I did on four and
You did
three.
good. Yep. Not me. I think I went like 1 and 3 and 4. Three or
Yeah,
four.
let's try to wash that away. Get a much better plays.
Yep.
Yeah, we start off the week. We have a common play. We're both going to be taking the Bucks money line versus the Falcons. I just don't think the Falcons are going to win this week. The Bucks are going to be the NFC South champions at the end of this year, so they got to get these wins.
Yeah. The Falcons have won a few close games that I don't think they should have won. I think their luck is finally going to catch up to them. They're going to be in a game that's not going to be that close against the Bucks. Baker Mayfield's for real. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Yeah, he's definitely playing the best.
Yeah.
It's been a weird year. We got Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. Those are really like the talks right now.
Right. Blast from the past of backups. Cleveland Brown
And then,
rejects.
oh god. And then we have a uncommon play. We're going head to head here. We have the Ravens and the Bengals. I'm going to be taking the Ravens -2.5. Burks on his Bengals.
Yeah. Bengals as an underdog. This is an automatic bet for me. I'm never betting the Bengals again as a favorite this year. I think after this game, they're going to be a favorite in a bunch of games, so I'm not going to bet them. So this is my last chance to bet them. I'm going to do it. I think they're going to get the outright win over the Ravens and get back on track.
When I saw this line, it was a snap bet for me as well because I think this line should have been somewhere in there, 5 at the minimum, but probably 6. I mean, this Bengals defense is paper thin. I text you over the weekend. Miles Sanders was out there juking people. I haven't seen Miles Sanders juke since Penn State, and I don't believe in the Bengals defense. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase can throw it around the field, but you gotta be able to stop someone at some point.
Yeah, I just don't know if Derrick Henry is as good as Miles Sanders. That's my only issue here. No, I'm kidding. The
Oh
Bengals need to
god.
do something about that defensive line. It's really bad. All the teams have run like crazy against us, and yeah, got to stop Derrick Henry this week. We saw what he did last week.
That's a heavy task. That's a heavy task. I mean, I think he's at 89.5 on his rushing yards. That might be a play for me as well.
Yeah. All I remember is the few times we had to play the Titans in the playoffs. We stopped Derrick Henry enough.
Yeah, it's a
It
different
is a
offense.
different defense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'll go into the rest of my plays. I'm going to be taking the Bills +1.5 versus the Texans. This line has quickly moved to -1.5 because obviously the Bills are probably the best team in football right now. They have at least the best statement
Mm,
wins. I know last week was a little bit of a shakeup,
yeah.
but even in a down week for Josh Allen, we get no interceptions. I think that's a plus.
Yeah, but that also tells me that he's probably due for some interceptions, knowing Josh Allen's history. Um, this
He's
is a stay
fixed.
away game for me, man. This is just such a toss up. I took the Bills last week in what felt like a toss up. I can't take them again. So I could see the Texans just as easily winning this as the Bills.
Oh, it's not a cupcake game at all. Um, I just think the Bills have been performing a little bit better this season so far.
Yeah, I mean, are the Texans 3-1?
The Texans, I think they're 2-2, honestly. They lost to the Vikings.
I'm checking right now. The Texans are AFC, not NFC South. Texans are 3-1. Their only loss is the
Okay.
Vikings, so they did lose by 27 points. So that's another thing. Their wins are Colts, Bears, Jaguars. That doesn't really say much. So this is their first test that isn't the Vikings.
Yeah. I'm also going to be taking the Colts +3 versus the Jags. I think the Jags have just looked very bad this year. And regardless if Joe Flacco or Anthony Richardson plays, I think the Colts come out of here with the win. And it has looked, the last game he looked a little bit better. 65-yard drives before he got hurt on that second drive.
Right. The Jags, I mean, they're the worst team in football right now, as far as I'm concerned. You still have your starting quarterback. You're 0-4. Trevor Lawrence looks lost out there. He doesn't look like he should be starting on an NFL team. I said this last week. I'll still stick to it. I would start every other starting quarterback in the NFL over Trevor Lawrence, including Daniel Jones. I would do it.
Oh, Daniel just got neighbors. He just got neighbors.
He's just got neighbors, but I mean, Trevor Lawrence was overthrowing wide open Christian Kirk a few times this week. I mean, like these aren't hard throws to hit. You're an NFL quarterback. You got to be making these.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know what's going on with the Jaguars offense right now, especially with Trevor. He's regressed significantly. And you think with Doug Peterson there,
Maybe Doug's the problem.
that
I
wouldn't
mean,
happen.
you expect more from this team. They have all the talent. Brian Thomas Jr. is for real. He's going to be a very good wide receiver in the NFL if he can have a quarterback that gets the ball to him reliably.
Yeah, these top three receivers that came out this year, Marvin, Neighbors, and
Very
Brian
good.
Thomas, have been, yeah,
Lad McConkey also good. This wide receiver class is pretty intense.
yeah, really. And as we talk about Neighbors and Daniel Jones, I'm going to be taking the Giants money line over the Seahawks. I don't trust the Seahawks, and I think that the Daniel Jones and Neighbors connection is enough of offense to get them through the Seahawks with that defense.
You're betting the Giants money line. Instead of encouraging you to bet the opposite side, I want to encourage you to call the number because you're betting the Giants money line.
It's a cash. It's a cash.
If it does,
Plus
hats off
235.
to you, and you lost my parlay as well. I do not believe in Daniel Jones against any capable team. Daniel Jones can beat who they play last week. Why am I blanking on who they played? Oh, he can beat the Browns. Okay, that's all I trust him to do.
They played the Cowboys last week. They lost the Cowboys.
And they lost. When the Cowboys did not look good at all.
I mean, but outside of the Vikings game, we got a 28. They lose to the Vikings 28-6, but the Vikings are beating everybody. They lose to the Commanders by 3 points. They beat the Browns, and they lose to the Cowboys by 5.
Yeah,
They're in games. They're in games.
Jaden Daniels was not online when he was playing the Giants. They hadn't figured out how to use him yet. He's put 40 points up every game since that game. I just cannot trust the Giants, and I have way more trust in the Seahawks than the Giants.
Understand, they're plus 235 for a reason.
Yeah.
It's gonna be flaws.
Moving on to my straight plays. We've been talking about the Vikings. I'm taking them 2.5-point favorites over the Jets. The line keeps underestimating this Vikings team. They're 4-0 for a reason. The Jets lost 10-9 to the Denver Broncos last week. I took a plus 7.5. I should have taken the money line.
For this one, I was going to put the Vikings in my parlay, but I stopped myself. I think the Jets are going to sneak this one out and beat the Vikings in London.
It was a London game.
Aaron Rodgers has been playing, a roller coaster. I think he'll bounce back this week. That defense is still, can make stops, and I think they can probably stop Sam Darnold. So yeah, I'm staying away from that one. I think the Jets might squeak it out.
I'm looking right now when
they left.
Yeah, who is going to get there when? I know the Vikings are getting there Friday morning. When are the Jets getting there? I cannot find it. It's not telling me. The New York Jets will arrive in London on Friday morning. Okay.
Okay, so even no advantage there.
The Vikings are getting there on Thursday, so I feel better about this.
Taking a day.
Yep. That jet lag is gone for the Vikings. Vikings win this by 30. Moving on to my next play. The Dolphins are the worst team in football that isn't the Jaguars, and it has a lot to do with losing their starting quarterback. Sucks for them. But the Patriots plus 1.5 over the Dolphins. I mean, why are they underdogs? They're at home as well. Since the Tua injury, Tyreek has not been on the same page with Skylar Thompson or I'm blanking on the guy's name from last night that came in place.
Huntley.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley. They just were not on the same page at all. Jalen Waddle does not have a touchdown reception this year. The Dolphins are in shambles. They're the team with the largest point difference this year as well.
Yeah, trust me, my fantasy team knows that Waddle does not have a touchdown this year. um, but I like this play. The Patriots they have been playing better than the Dolphins at this point. I stay away. It's just simply the second week with Tyler Huntley. I do like Tyler Huntley from his time with Baltimore. I'm hoping that maybe they can spark something in the second week as him with the starter. But good play overall.
Yeah, the Patriots have outdone expectations, and the Dolphins are the worst team in football that isn't the Jags, like I said.
Yeah.
So playing the numbers here and getting the underdog. Dolphins can still win this game, and I win this bet.
Yeah.
My last play, Monday night, Saints 5.5 point underdogs against the Chiefs. 5.5 is too many points. The Chiefs lost a major weapon in Rashee Rice. Yeah, taken out by your own quarterback. That has got to sting.
Yeah.
After
I know they have
causing
a
a
lot of
fumble.
injuries. Well, we got no Pacheco, no Rice, no Clyde Edwards-Helaire either.
Hollywood Brown hasn't played a snap yet.
Dang.
Yeah, this is a depleted offense. They're depending on Xavier Worthy as the wide receiver one, and Xavier Worthy, as Cam Taylor-Britt said, can only run in straight lines.
Yeah, I think I like this play. That's an expansive injury list. They're gonna be hurt, but I just don't you're getting the points, right?
5.5. Too many points.
I like that. Yeah, 5.5. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it if it was 6, but 5.5 is good.
Yep. It's the Chiefs. They're due for some regression. I mean, it's gotta like mentally affect Patrick Mahomes that he tore his own wide receiver's ACL after he forced a fumble. I mean, it was completely an accident, but like that would still affect me. You know, if that's me, I tore my teammate's ACL. Like it was my body trying to make a tackle.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna play effect.
We'll see.
They're going into car crashes, man. That's their mindset every week.
3 interception game from Patrick Mahomes this week.
He has not been playing good. He has not. Good.
No. But he always picks it up when it comes prime time.
Yeah, Monday night. We'll see.
In the playoffs.
Hey, you making a bet?
Yep. Well, I'm talking more playoffs, not
Okay,
Monday night.
gotcha.
Early in the season, he's been cheeks for a few years now.
Let's get into our parlays.
Yep.
Okay, for my parlay, I'm going to be got a 3-leg parlay, all money line teams. I'm going to take the Cowboys, Chiefs, and Commanders. That's plus 391.
Plus 391. Yeah, I agree with this Commanders play over the Browns. They've been one of the best teams in football lately. And Chiefs, I mean, they can still win by 1 to 5 points. I can very much see that happening. I just don't see them winning by a touchdown over the Saints. And Cowboys, Steelers, go ahead.
I think the Chiefs can just do enough. You know, their defense is still great from last year. And even though Patrick Mahomes is playing bad, they find ways to win games. Maybe we'll finally get a Travis Kelce game. You know, I think they're saving him.
I mean, my fantasy team knows about Travis Kelce and his blows this year. But, and the Cowboys, the last one on your parlay here, that's a toss up with the Steelers. I could see either team winning, and the Cowboys are due more than the Steelers, I would imagine.
Yeah, I like. I think the Steelers are. Justin Field played amazing last week against the Colts, but I'm still iffy on that offense, and I don't think a defense is going to be able to come through every week
Hmm.
with these forcing to field goal games.
Yeah. And for my parlay, I'm almost taking all money lines. Commanders money line over the Browns, like yours. We touched on this. Seahawks over the Giants. I just can't see the Giants winning a game against a respectable team. And Cardinals plus 7.5 against the 49ers. Too many points for me. That Arizona offense is pretty good, and San Francisco looks a little bit better than they are with a win against the Patriots last week. Plus 297.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals play, and the Commanders play, obviously, um, but you're losing it all when the Seahawks and Giants play.
If it gets you a 235 winner, that's okay with me. See, we're hedging. We're either winning 235 or 297.
Yeah. Assuming that the Cardinals win.
Yeah. All right. That rounds out the plays for week 5 NFL, right?
Yeah, we're already a quarter way through.
Oh boy. All right. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe like always, and good luck with your bets. We'll see you next time.
Good luck.